how do you say that in English? Verdrehschutz.
I know. What is this?
No.
Spanish, English, and German.
Yeah, now German.
In my opinion, is a really aesthetic brand, no?
Yeah,
It is your relation with the light.
Our intention was to find a bridge to human beings. Glary lighting will very badly influence you.
The technology is amazing, no? But no?
It has 1,000 lumens, which is the equivalent to 75 watts.
No?
One of our slogans is feel the light instead of seeing it.
Nice point. Huh? What is your type of client?
Just finished 2 years working with Zaha Hadid in London, where we try to make their design even more beautiful. We are here to educate, to help, and not to sell.
Hola a todos. Bienvenidos un día más en Minimal Design Talks. Hoy será un podcast un poco diferente, ya que será nuestro primer podcast en inglés. Así que, bueno, espero que os guste, lo vamos a traducir. Así que vamos a cambiar hoy de idioma, a ver qué tal sale. Y vamos a empezar. Hello, today is a totally different podcast, but today we'll proceed with English. No, is our first podcast with this, but it's a really good opportunity. But today we have Uli, no, is the founder and CEO of Apure, really amazing and minimalist lighting brand, and I think this podcast will be really interesting. No. We'll talk about the initial steps of Uli. No, we'll talk about the philosophy of Apure, and I think can have a really interesting points, and we'll feeling the real minimalist atmosphere lighting. Please, Uli, it's a really pleasure.
Thank you.
Here with you. Thank you so much for proceeding with this podcast.
Sure.
And please, who did you start with this? No, what is your relation with the light? No, what is Apure? No,
there's
what is
a
Apure?
long relation with lighting. No, well, we are headquartered in Miami since 30 years, and obviously Miami is the capital of lighting. You know,
the capital of lighting.
Well,
for what?
For what? Look, the last 50 years, all the fashion producers produced their beautiful catalogs because of the lighting, and everybody came to Miami to take advantage of this beautiful lighting, especially the sun rises and the sun sets. So I have a very mutual relationship to Miami because of the lighting, but that's not the story, of course not. Maybe let me begin. I mean, we're coming from the interior design worlds, doing interior architecture. And first I went from Germany, I went to New York, had my company in New York and was working there. And then a friend of mine told me, you know, you cannot raise children in New York. Let's come to Miami and go there.
The weather, no?
Pardon me?
For the weather, no?
For the weather, for the atmosphere, and to be in Miami. But the real story began with lighting when I was commissioned to do showrooms, interior design showrooms for Mercedes-Benz in Germany. And what was always bothering me, if you walk into a showroom and you see all the spotlights in the paint of the car. So those designers, they put a lot of effort in creating the shape of the car. And if you then, as a consumer, look at the car, you get completely distracted by all the spotlights you see in the car. So it takes away to the design, the shape. And like I said, we were commissioned to design those showrooms. And I was trying to find a way to illuminate the cars very evenly, that you don't see all the reflections in the car, in the paint. And this is in reality, this is how I started with lighting. This is now almost 40 years ago. And we were successful finding a way to hide the lighting in the showroom to make the car the star and not the lighting. And then we were, 30 years ago approximately, we were the first ones illuminating the cars from inside, because look, they're beautiful materials, leather, woods, and all of this, and you cannot appreciate that because the car is dark. So, and we came up with a marketing concept, with an illumination concept, saying, listen, if you want to sell your beautiful interiors, show it to the client. So we have to find a way to illuminate the car from the outside, to fall in love with the shape of the car, and when you open the door, to appreciate the interior. And this is how, back then, I started with lighting, and I got obsessed having so many different problems with lighting, and we basically was just solving problems.
Only for the problems, but Apure is, in my opinion, is a really aesthetic brand, no?
Yeah,
it's not only for solve the problem, no?
Of course. I mean, well, this was way before Apure. So we gathered our experience for 20 years in Miami before we started with Apure. Apure is now 11 years old, and what our intention was, what we have done 30 years ago with the cars, we want to find a bridge to human beings. And it was very interesting, the way we started thinking about this. We got hired many years ago in Palm Beach to illuminate a stable for horses.
For horses?
For horses. And the owner, a very crazy woman from New York, she said, my horses is the most valuable thing, and the stables are illuminated very bad. I said, okay, so what are we doing? No, but it's very interesting, because horses are so sensitive to lighting, you have no idea. Then we were talking to vets and said, okay, now I need to understand how a horse is seeing, because horses can look the other way around. And we needed to come up with a lighting concept where the animals could stay there overnight in peace and not getting glared by the lighting. And then we were talking to those doctors, and they were explaining us how the eye of a horse works, and from where the lighting needs to come from, that the horses can stay there overnight and can rest. So we figured it out. It was a longer process, and from this, I started to think about humans. So, and then what makes a human rest when you come home? You know, you have a full day, you were working, you were out, and now you come home and want to be really in peace at home. The same applies to a horse, also to a human being. We found out we have to get rid of the glare in a building, whether it's your private home, it's your office, it's a hospital, or wherever. So now, how can we avoid glare? And it's a physical thing, you know. It's very complex in technique. How can we bring light into the room without seeing it? And then we started developing with engineers to bring the lighting out of the ceiling. But if you look into the lighting, it becomes either completely invisible or completely glare-free. And what is interesting, I mean, over the years we were able to do that, and I had other parameters I gave my engineers.
And do you fabric all of this in Miami?
Yeah.
Do you have the fabrics in Miami, no? For
No,
this?
we are producing in Germany.
Ah, okay.
And but all the development took place in Europe.
Okay.
So, and it's funny. I'm coming back to the horse story. We now hired he's a professor at the university in Zurich, and we gave him, or we hired him to make a study what is influencing our peace of mind in a closed room. And he's working, as we speak, he's working on that kind of study. And in a couple of months, we will have the results. But we already talked to him in many ways. And he said, glary lighting in an enclosed room will very badly influence you not be able to rest, to come down. Because you imagine, we have a dinner together with friends. And we are enjoying the wine, we are enjoying the food, but there's something in the ceiling which is glaring your eye.
Yeah.
So what the eye is doing, like our body, if it feels penetrated, you escape. You know, so if it's too hot, you take your fingers away.
No.
If you're getting glared, your eye said, I don't like that. So what happens is it goes into your subconscious mind. The subconscious mind gives an impulse to your brain and said, go away, I don't want that. And you cannot just leave the table, so you stay. But over the time, you're not feeling comfortable anymore.
Yeah.
And this is exactly why we have developed those minimalistic and almost invisible lighting what we have. And look, if you see those lights, they're pendant from the ceiling. We sit here, let's say you would sit here, we would have a dinner, but there's no glare.
Yeah.
So you can enjoy your dinner, or you can enjoy the meeting, or you can read a book, or meet with friends, or watch TV. But there is no disturbance anymore. And that's the number one we're doing. And on the other parts, we are highly aesthetic what we do on the ceiling. And be honest, wherever you go, a ceiling looks like Swiss cheese, no? Speakers, cameras, motion, fire alarms, everything is in the ceiling.
Not minimal.
Not minimalistic. So I am treating a ceiling like a fifth wall. All the interior designers, all the architects, they spend so much time and money and effort for the floor, for the stones, for the finish, for the artwork, furnitures, and whatever. And the ceiling is an afterthought.
Not my case.
Not your ceiling.
No, but I understand totally. I understand totally. It's very difficult, no brands like this in a market.
Well, but it could be so easy because nobody, and like I said, the ceiling is always an afterthought. Nobody is really coordinating all the trades. You know, the speaker guy comes, says, okay, I come tomorrow. So he puts the speaker wherever he wants and he leaves. The AC guy, same thing. The camera guy, the alarm guy, and everybody is doing his job.
Yeah.
But nobody cares if everything is aligned, that everything talks to each other, and. And this is I really have to say, our forte, what we're doing, because we care about the most invisible, most aesthetic ceilings you can imagine. And that's why we have invented our fixtures are penetrating the ceiling only 10 millimeters. It's so tiny that you can hardly tell when you switch the light off. Look, it becomes invisible.
It's amazing, and only with this height, no, and have a lot of power, no.
Well,
have a lot of power.
Here we have our fixture. That's
yeah,
a whole.
But it's amazing, no, for the temperature, no. You have to open the light a lot of time, no, and with this is really powerful, no.
Well,
and the technology is amazing, no, but only with this height, no.
It has 1,000 lumens from source, which is the equivalent to 75 watts back in the days, and it's 19 millimeters. You can put this directly to the insulation. You can put this outdoors. You can put this in the shower, in drywall, in woods, in stone. It's up to you, you know. And this little guy is not only a light fixture. It has a microcomputer built in. That means you can be away with your transformers 150 feet. That means 50 meters. 50 meters, you can put the transformer and the cable 50 meters will feed these guys. And our microchip is designed in a way that it uses only the power it needs and gives it to the next fixture and to the next and to the next without any power drop. So, and that 50 meters away. So then it has a thermal control in there, just in case, due to any reason, the fixture will overheat. It will either shut down for a minute or two until it cools down, and then it goes back up. Plus, it has a pole, how do you say that in English? Verdrehschutz.
I know. What is this?
No. If you
Spanish, English, and German.
Yeah,
no?
not German. No, if you don't connect this the right way, you know, it understands. Okay, you made a mistake. We take care of your mistake. So, and people love it because, you know, the maintenance of the fixture is 50 meters away. So if there is something, you don't have to go to the fixture, you go to your...
But the quality of the material not looks like a spotlight. Looks like a machine, no? I don't know. Aluminium aesthetic element, no? It's really, really strange, no? The feeling of the material is, the quality is amazing.
Well, it's serious, you know?
Yes.
No, but... Many people were asking me this. I said, why does it need to be so beautiful? Because you don't see it. But I tell you what.
And strong, no? And
it's solid.
Yeah, it looks solid, yes.
It is solid, it's heavy, it's solid.
Heavy, yes.
But let me tell you, when we do presentations to architects, to interior designers, I'm not selling this product in the ceiling. I'm selling this product on the table.
It's a marketing question, this.
Yeah.
Only.
And if you then have it in your hands, you believe the quality, what it really is, you know. And it's not. It's like I said, we are all about quality. So our products, they're, like I said, they're made in Germany. Even the electronics is made in Germany. There's not a single part which we're sourcing from China because we truly believe in quality.
Okay. No, really nice, and the aesthetic in a ceiling is totally different, no? But what is the sense of Apure, or what is the road to you arrive to Apure, no? But you started, no, with the horse, no? Started working with the lights of the horse, no? And in this point you stay fighting, no, for not disturb, no, the horse, and it's a difficult work, but you solved this, no, with the specific spotlights, no? But in this moment, you not stayed working with Apure, no?
Well, we were working with lighting, like I said, 20 years before, and we saw all the mistakes from other manufacturers. And it's not only about the lighting, it's about the installation. And, you know, we have very critical labor in the United States. People are not really educated, you know, the way they are in Europe. And we saw all the problems during the installation process. And we thought we have to develop something where even an untrained person cannot make mistakes anymore. You know, because I don't have to tell you, on construction sites, everything is crazy. And people never read any instructions. And
Spanish is very typical. This.
Well, but I think it's worldwide the same thing, you know? So we had to find a way to make it on a job site as easy as possible. And all the other brands, they really didn't care about this so much. And I said, our success is also if the installation is beautiful. Because look, it's very easy. If I take a fixture, somebody on the construction site is installing it not straight. They don't care, they walk away. People come and say, oh, this is Apure? Look, looks awful. No, it's not our fault. It's their fault. You know, just because it's not installed straight has nothing to do with our brand. At the end of the day, it has. And that's why we made it so easy to install these fixtures. Finished, that they look so beautiful. And this is part of the development. You know, it's a whole, I would say, it's a whole package of the aesthetics, how we deliver the fixture. You know, we deliver the fixture as you would think you buy a luxury good from a boutique. But if you deliver your products in a very beautiful way, even the simple construction worker will have respect. Huh? It's not just a brown
Interesting point
box.
Is, yeah?
So, and they say, oh, that looks very nice.
This is expensive.
Looks
expensive.
Let me wash my hands first.
No.
Oh, thank you. So he is treating our products with a different respect, puts the boxes very nice aside, looks, needs to measure with a laser line or whatever it takes, and installs it. So this is not only a marketing thing, it's just to make them aware.
But I think stay in line with the marketing, obviously, no?
Yeah.
But when we check this and the packaging, no? Do you talk about the packaging, no? The packaging, no? When the workers take this, no? Looks different, not looks like ordinary spotlight, no? Looks like...
Well, look, we are, let me put it this way. We are very, very proud what we do. From the very beginning to the very end. And we have a project right now in Benidorm. The project has been installed. So now we go personally at night, aim all the fixtures, change filters. This is an art collector, so we want to make sure that all the art he bought for a lot of money looks so beautiful. So, and this is basically the end of our service, that we go and we care about how everything is installed to the T, that the client really loves everything. So, but one thing, one step in between is the part of the illumination planning, which we have a team of architects in Miami, architects and lighting designers. So we get projects from all over the world, architectural drawings. We then have an interview with the architect or the interior designer. Then we do a very, very thoughtful illumination planning. We need to understand materials, reflections, colors, and that. Then we do an illumination planning. Then we present this to the architect, to the owner. If there are some tweaks, we we are changing this, we are correcting this. And after we have a perfect illumination plan from which then the installer, wherever they are worldwide, is installing the fixtures.
But I think it's necessary a previous coordination, no?
Yeah.
Need to understand the project, no? But in a lot of projects, that a lot of people stay thinking in a lights when stay finishing the project. But I think this is not the case. This is a really, really important element in a project, no? We need to work together before
As a
start
team,
to the project.
sure.
Is a team, but in when you stay working in a basic elements of the projects, no. But for example, no, we stay talking off camera, no, about the possibility to integrate one of your spotlights, for example, inside the concrete, no. I think is really necessary know the brand, no, understand the brand, and apply this before start the project. But for example, if we want decide to work in a white concrete house, no, and want on the ceilings, for example, totally clean without, for example, false ceiling, we need meet together, no, before, obviously, design the structure and situate and coordinate every lights, no, and your team and you can proceed with the lighting plans, no, but we need to adapt the project together, no. It's not possible proceed when we have the project finished or when you stay finishing the build, no.
That's, like I said, that's our biggest problem, that so many people are treating lighting as an afterthought,
Yeah.
and not at the beginning. Imagine, I mean, you're an architect, you studied architecture. So let's go back 100 years.
Yeah.
Architects were building houses around the sunlight.
Yeah.
This is the first thing they did. Look where the sun is
Yeah,
rising
yeah.
and where it's going. So, and houses were positioned on a plot according to sunlight.
Yeah.
So, and then a good architect was the one who respected the sunlight and produced a very beautiful climate in the house,
Yeah.
and a very beautiful lighting situation in the house, daylight.
Yeah.
Unfortunately now, they build the houses wherever they want, put the fixtures in the ceiling,
For the views.
and they
Yeah.
don't care anymore, you know? And
Yeah.
and we are not building houses for machines or for cars. We are building it for humans.
Yeah.
And the human needs to feel comfortable. And it doesn't help me if you're specifying a marble for 500 euros square meter, and if the lighting looks bad. I mean,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
But,
you
but,
know?
but it's very typical here.
No, but you know, it's,
Yeah.
and you don't, at the end of the day, you don't make the client happy. And as an architect or interior designer, your main goal should be that the client is super happy with your services.
Make the difference totally, the ceiling and the lights.
Yeah, but
Totally.
unfortunately, look,
But-
if I open,
Yeah, but if you open two houses,
Yeah.
and in one of the houses have these lights, and the other house have normal spotlights, the typical plastic big spotlights,
Yeah.
when you open the house, it's totally different with the same finishes, totally different.
Yeah.
And the people when open the house have a totally different feeling,
exactly.
a totally different feeling.
Yeah, but that's why one of our slogans is feel the light instead of seeing it. You know?
Yeah.
And now I cannot wait to get the study from this professor in Zurich, because then we have a medical study which is not marketing anymore, because it is what it is. You know, you cannot deny this. And the same thing is, I always give, if we do presentations, I always give an explanation. If you look out the door right now, the street is beautifully illuminated by the sun, but you don't see the sun.
I know. Nice,
So-
nice point, huh?
No, but you
And,
don't
yeah,
see it.
and your idea is connect, no, the daylight, no, with the spotlight, no, connect, no, it's a projection, no.
Well, it's we try with our illumination planning, we try to give you at night the same comfortable feeling as in day light. And again, you look in the street is illuminated, you don't see where the light is coming from. And this is exactly this idea we take from the nature and bring it into the house.
Interesting.
Yeah, and as you said, if you walk a space which is lit invisibly, then the point starts where you love it and where you are feeling completely relaxed.
Yeah. No, it's really nice. Yes, it's a projection, no? But during the night, stay clear. No, you need create the fake daylight, no, with the spotlight. But during the day, no, you need to adapt the lights, no. But when down the daylight, no, you need to adapt inside, no, and you need create a different sense inside the same room, no. For example, no, you need calculate this, or do you work with domotic? Or, for example, with the same spotlights, you can graduate this and you can adapt, no? You can down or go more up with the light.
Yeah, of course. We have, and when we, this is interesting, when we do illumination plannings, the most important thing for us is the shades, the shadows, not the lighting. We turn this completely around because we want to create a drama.
Yeah.
So drama.
This Japan theory, have a book like this.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I don't know the name in English, but in Spanish is the elegy, el elogio de la sombra, no? The elegy of the shadows.
Yeah.
No? Yeah, and talk about this, no? Talk about the stay working with the light, but respecting the shadows, no? And it's really interesting. This, please explain this.
This is exactly how we do it. Look, let's say you have a huge living room of 100 square meters. There are areas which are very important and areas which are completely not important, which is normal.
Yeah.
So you have your furniture, you have your artwork, you have your pieces distributed. Why do I have to illuminate a room complete evenly? Why? It's a waste of money, waste of energy, waste of labor, waste of materials. Why do I have to illuminate the corner 100%? For no reason. So we try to create those darker areas in order to experience a wave of light where the light goes up and down. And if I'm talking about dark, I'm not saying pitch black. It's maybe 30% illuminated. That's enough. And then if there's an art piece coming or a nice flower arrangement, centerpieces, and then we go with the light levels up, and then we go down. And if I sometimes see homes where I have 5 spotlights, no, above the sofa.
Yeah, and the bed.
And the bed.
Yeah.
Who is doing this?
Yeah.
You know, and
it's like.
No, and it's very beautiful. Above the sofas, you have the spotlight. Yeah. Your eyebrows are casting shadows.
Yeah.
You already look 10 years older, you know.
It's a bad idea for the podcast.
Yeah, but I'm just saying this.
Yeah.
And if you go to in a bathroom, why do I need 20 spotlights in a bathroom? What are you doing in the bathroom?
Big, with a plastic frame, huh?
What are you doing in the bathroom? Open heart surgery? Come on, stop it.
Party bathroom, I don't know, in Ibiza.
No, and sometimes we really have to smile about this.
Yeah, no.
Especially bathrooms and closets and bedrooms. These are the places where you have the most privacy. Mm-hmm. You just walk in underwear and, from the shower, you have you want to look good. I mean, we guys always look good, but now let's talk about the women.
Important point, in the mirrors. Huh?
In the mirrors, they want to look beautiful, but they cannot look beautiful because they're illuminated with spots, and even young ladies, with a beautiful skin, the skin looks sort of old because spotlights are hitting the whole body, everything.
Yeah.
And they look in the mirror and say, oh, that's horrible, take the lights off. So why installing this in the first place? And what we are trying to do, we try to support architects and interior designers to make their design even more beautiful. We don't, this is here, Apure in Mallorca is not a store, it's more a center of education. We help designers and architects to say, okay, here's our project. We are not lighting designers. If you go to a dealer, what do you think they have in mind? They want to sell as many lighting what they want. So it's a business for them.
Yeah.
And then they say, oh, if it's too bright, no problem, you can dim it down. Come on, do it right at the first place.
What do you think about the dimmers?
The dimmers?
It's not in your case. It's not necessary use.
Oh,
no?
yeah.
No,
yeah, it is.
You can control only with the normal spotlights. If you put in the correct point of the house,
Well,
and with the good power, or what do you think about
Well,
this?
normally we're working with lighting control systems, and like I said, then we are, after the project is done, we're tuning the whole room or the whole house. Even if a light fixture would give you 100% of power, we bring it down a little bit, and create this wave of light. Because if the house is fully illuminated, very bright, it's only for the cleaning ladies, no?
Yeah.
Because they have to see something. But if you live in the house, we tune this down. So, and the same thing applies to kitchens, to bathrooms, and of course we have enough light in the bathroom. But again, this is for the cleaning lady, not for you and me walking the house. Or for emergencies, or if you have a party with 100 people, then you need brighter lighting. So, of course, we are controlling all kinds of scenarios,
Yes, and for this is very important work together when the project starts, not the building points, when the idea of the house starts, no?
Yeah.
But I think for outside, do you work in outside for the landscape? Do you coordinate?
No, we do hardscape. That's what we do, and landscape we leave completely alone.
Okay.
And I tell you why. Because gardeners, they think if you water the light fixtures, they grow. We have always problems.
Have a lot of problems with the water.
I mean, look, there are companies which are really specialized in outdoor lighting. We work with a couple of brands from Germany for outdoor lighting, which are very sturdy. But the weather, whether it's here in Mallorca or it's in Miami, we have very severe weather. With the heat, with the humidity, with the rain, and this
change of temperatures.
And it's the light fixtures, outdoor lighting fixtures. They need a lot of maintenance, and people don't care so much. That's why they break. Then you have to replace them, and it's a different trade.
But you have models for the boat, no, for the yacht, no?
Well, that's a different story. I mean, I was telling you earlier that we started a year ago with illuminating super yachts, and we have 2 projects right now in Holland where we have really 2 very, very nice projects where we have developed a fixture which is IP67 for outdoor, which is 100% waterproof, but this goes in ceilings, So it's far away from a garden. But like I said, we are doing also
not have a contact with the water.
Well, it has potential contact with water, and it's like I said, it's waterproof, but it has nothing to do
stay underwater.
Exactly. So it's a different story. Yeah.
Okay, and in your brand, in Apure, you have a short catalog respect to other brands, no? And with this catalog, can you adapt all of these different spotlight to all locations around the world, no? But I think, for example, a project in Holland or a project in Germany, I think is totally different to a project in Mallorca or in Miami, no? For the weather, no? For the location and for the aesthetic of the house, I think, no? But I think in Germany, I think it's a little different, no, than in Miami and Mallorca, for example. It's like a summer house, no, with super big windows. You have a lot of more light, no, and I think you need work totally different, or not, or for you it's the same process that stay using the same materials, no, or.
No, look, the funny thing is that we have in Mallorca the same sun, like in Germany and in Miami and in New York.
Not the same power.
No, well, but if you have the same power, you don't need our lighting. You need our lighting when the sun goes down.
Yeah.
So, and this is number one. Number two is we are illuminating, like I told you, for humans. So they have the same sensitivity in Europe or in the United States. For us, the concepts are basically always repetitive. They're the same. I mean, look, if you go to Miami, you buy a beautiful apartment for $30 million, you're overlooking the ocean, you come into this apartment and you love it. But we said, okay, that's fine. So, but what are you doing after 8 p.m.?
Yeah.
It's a black hole.
Yeah.
You know, you pay a lot of money for a black hole.
Yeah.
And now we come in. So, and we have to find a way to make the owner feel very comfortable at night without seeing the ocean. So, and we try to, it depends where it is. If we have balconies or big terraces, we try to illuminate the terraces from the outside to bring the outside in and the inside out if you're there. To find a nice bridge between those two different areas. That's all we do, you know.
And for you or for Apure, what is the typology of the client or project, no? Is not for all the projects, this brand, no? What is for you the point of the project or the feeling with the client, no? The perception of the design, but I think for use this, no? We need to know, or you need to control a lot the aesthetic process of the project. No, if not know this, I think not have sense. No, but what is your project? No, or what is your type of client? No, now, no, or the evolution of this. No, but you started with one type of projects, and now you stay in this moment. I don't know in what projects. I don't know the size, the volume, the type of the project, the location. No, explain this.
Well, it depends a little bit. We just finished 2 years. Working with Zaha Hadid in London. Her last project before she passed away was the 1000 Museum Tower. We illuminated 52 floors, the whole tower. And we worked with the architects in London. We worked with local architects and did the whole coordination.
Yeah.
It took us 3 years to plan the tower.
Sorry, what?
3 years.
3 years, okay.
To plan the whole tower. But then we also work with Norman Foster in London, and they have their own lighting design department, and we give them always the newest fixtures and they're implementing them into their project. So we basically have nothing to do with this. And then we have a lot of architects and interior designers all over the United States. With Palma, we entered the European market. So we have 2 showrooms in Zurich. We have 1 showroom in Frankfurt. And we are opening end of the year another showroom in Copenhagen. And Palma is here, our little European hub, I would say. So. Yeah. And sometimes we work with end users, you know.
But this point is difficult, no? Arrive to the end users, no?
It depends. I mean, we did a penthouse in New York with an owner, and he's one of our clients now with one of the super yachts. And he said to the designer who was in London, listen, I want to have on my boat only Apure, because I have it in my penthouse in New York, and I want it there. So this is how it goes, you know. And word of mouth. People are coming, say, who did this lighting? I want to have the same lighting in my house.
Yes, it's necessary know this, no, and have a light education, no. But I think the value of the house increase a lot. It's totally different if you have a good lighting design project. The feeling and the aesthetic and the quality and the value for the promotion companies of the house is totally different, no. But I think a lot of people don't know the possibility of this. No?
No, because they simply don't know.
Yeah, don't know.
You know, and if architects would know which extra value the house would have, and imagine if we do the illumination planning for you, there's a lot of headaches going away.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to do it anymore.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's not that you're losing control. We're, like we said at the beginning, we're working as a team, and the people have the possibility, the interior designers and architects, who say, no, we want to have it this way or this way, and we're open to this, of course. We see ourselves as a service provider, but if you have this whole illumination thing out of your mind, and you know for sure that you're getting something superior, I mean...
No, make the difference. And for me, it's really important when you open the lights, obviously. But for me, I think it's a little same or more important when you have close. But with these lights, no, when you have the lights closed, the ceiling looks totally clean. Only you can see this 1 centimeter hole, no, and looks perfect and minimalist, not have the big hole and the big spotlight, no. And other interesting point for me, no, you have a technic light, no, but in a project, you need to coordinate this light with a decorative lamps, no, in different points of the house, no. What is the process for coordinate this, no? But you have a technical light, looks super minimalist, no. But in a lot of projects, in a single houses, the people normally want a little floor lamp, no, a table lamp, different points, no, 2-3 lamps, no. What is the process for coordinate this? Do you have do you love all the brand? Do you hate all the brand? No, but no.
No, not at all. It's basically you buy a beautiful outfit, and now the jewelry comes, and we don't have jewelry.
Yeah.
So, and of course, you need decorative lighting.
Your light is the outfit, no?
We're the outfit. And now the decorative lighting comes into play, and you need this because you want to have different light levels and where the light source is coming from. So if you have beautiful table lamps, if you have beautiful floor lamps, sconces, everything is obviously allowed. But you have to make sure whenever you purchase those decorative lighting fixtures that they're not killing the glare-free effect. Meaning, if you buy a big chandelier, which is okay, and it glares you from the ceiling, it's a wrong one. But there are many others which are doing the job. Same applies to table lamps and to the bedside tables, reading lamps, and there are so many options you can purchase which is not glary. And the trick is, if you're at a low level in your living room or in your bedroom, always buy something which is below your eye level in order not to get glared. That's a trick, in general.
Okay.
And if you have chandeliers, they should more illuminating the ceiling, and from the ceiling it reflects down, so it's not in your eye. This is just a couple of small tricks, because interior designers ask us very often, so now you're done with your architectural lighting, can you recommend some brands and some...
Do you know favorites?
No, it's...
No?
Yes, of course, I know everything.
Yeah. Okay. I have a clear. Okay,
I don't want to.
Clear for me. Uli, now we stayed talking for more than 1 hour. Was a pleasure talk with you about the light. You are expert. Congratulations for your brand. It's amazing. Love
Thank
it.
you.
The philosophy, no, the aesthetic, no, and the quality, and the minimalist effect, no, obviously.
Starting with the horses.
Starting with the horses. I think this podcast will be really interest for a lot of designers, general people, no, and lighting lovers, no. And I think this is the first step. Maybe can make other podcasts in the future.
Absolutely. We have a couple of super interesting things coming up where I'm going to invite you and show you, maybe show you results. Let me put it this way. We should go to a project which we have designed.
Of course. Can program a meeting or a podcast on site and verify the results.
Yeah. Let's do this. But like I said, the most important thing for me, and that's to close this conversation, the message is that we're here to educate, to help, to support, and not to sell. You know, and once people are getting it, it's the same thing. If I learn Spanish, I want to use it. But first I have to learn Spanish, you know, and that's the same thing with what we do here. You know, experience what we do, how it can improve the projects you're designing, and then you're using it. That's very, very easy.
I have clear, Uli. Thank you very much.
Okay.
You're welcome. Thank you.